Heart of the Amazon, where legends are born and nightmares slither to life, a new chapter of terror is about to unfold. This time the stakes are higher, the jungle is deadlier, and the snake is bigger. We're talking about a return to practical effects, blending cutting-edge animatronics with CGI to create a creature that feels terrifyingly real. Imagine the tension of the original, now amplified with today's filmmaking technology. This isn't just a monster movie, it's a full-blown survival thriller. And who better to lead the charge into this heart of darkness than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? He steps into the role of Jack Reynolds, a hardened former Special Forces tracker hired to lead a dangerous rescue mission. His character is tough, resourceful, and has a personal score to settle with the jungle's deadliest predator. Joining him is the incredibly talented Jenna Ortega, playing Dr. Elena Cruz, a brilliant but haunted wildlife scientist. Their mission takes them down the treacherous Blood River, where they discover the horrifying truth. The anacondas in this region have evolved. They're faster, smarter, and more aggressive than anything seen before. It's not just about jump scares. It's about building relentless suspense. You'll feel the claustrophobia of the jungle, the oppressive humidity, and the primal fear of being hunted by a creature that defies nature. From the first terrifying encounter on the river to the explosive final confrontation, Anaconda 2, Blood River promises to be an edge-of-your-seat thrill ride. With a tagline like "Fear has evolved," we can expect this sequel to honor the legacy of the original while delivering a modern, visceral horror experience that will leave you breathless. The jungle is silent, too silent. A military-style boat moves slowly through the thick Amazon River. Armed guards stand alert. At the front, Jack Steele grips a rifle, scanning the water. The boat suddenly jerks. Something massive slams into it from below. The guards lose balance. Guard. Something's under us. A giant tail bursts from the water, smashing a guard into the river. Screams echo as the water turns red. Jack! Move! Move! Another massive anaconda coils around the boat's motor, crushing it. The engine explodes. Flames rise. Jack grabs Elena and jumps into the riverbank mud as the boat is torn apart. They crawl into the jungle, breathing hard. Elena, that wasn't normal. That snake was at least 40 feet long, Jack, and it wasn't hunting, it was protecting something. Cut to a hidden research facility deep in the jungle. Scientists argue inside a lab. Dr. Finch. The serum is working. Growth rates are accelerating. Elena storms in with Jack. Elena, your experiment is out of control. That snake destroyed an entire patrol team. Finch, progress requires sacrifice. Jack slams Finch against the wall. Jack, people are dead. Finch, you don't understand. This species can regenerate tissue. Imagine what that means for medicine. For the military. Suddenly, alarms blare. Computer voice. Containment breach. Containment breach, the ground shakes. A glass wall explodes as a massive anaconda crashes into the lab. Scientists scatter. One is dragged screaming into the ceiling vents. Jack fires his rifle. Bullets bounce off thick scales. Jack, Elena, move. The snake lunges. Jack dives, barely escaping its jaws. Elena grabs a flare gun and fires into its mouth. The creature recoils, thrashing violently, smashing equipment. The facility catches fire. Finch, save the data. Elena, forget the data. The anaconda wraps around Finch, crushing him. Bones snap. Silence. Jack and Elena escape into the jungle as the lab explodes behind them. Night falls. Rain pours heavily. They take shelter in an abandoned tribal hut. Elena, Finch was creating multiple specimens. If one escaped, there are more. Jack, how many? Elena, at least 3 adults, and they reproduce fast. A low hiss echoes outside. Jack slowly loads his shotgun. The hut walls tremble as something massive slides around it. Elena, it found us. The snake bursts through the wooden wall. Jack fires directly into its eye. The snake roars in fury, knocking him across the room. Elena body and lights it. Flames erupt. The snake releases Jack and crashes through the hut, burning as it disappears into the rain. Jack coughs, barely alive. Jack, that was one. Elena, and it won't be the last. Morning light reveals enormous tracks leading deeper into the jungle. They follow the trail to a massive nest filled with broken bones. Elena, This is the breeding ground. Suddenly, the ground shifts beneath them. A second anaconda bursts upward, swallowing one of the mercenaries whole. Jack, fall back. Gunfire erupts. Another snake emerges from the trees. Two massive predators circle them. Elena, they're coordinating. Jack, they're smart. One snake lunges. Jack slides under it, planting explosive charges on its underbelly. He rolls away. Jack, now. Elena detonates. The explosion tears the snake apart. The second snake roars and charges. It slams Jack into a tree. The rifle flies away. The snake opens its jaws wide, inches from Jack's face. Elena runs toward them with a flare and shoves it deep into the snake's mouth. The creature thrashes, swallowing her arm. Jack. No! With a burst of strength, Jack grabs the snake's jaw and forces it apart, screaming with effort. Elena pulls free. Jack drives a broken tree branch through the roof of its mouth into its brain. The snake collapses. Silence returns. But the trees begin shaking. The largest anaconda yet emerges from the river, over 60 feet long. Dark scales. Scars across its body. The true alpha. Elena. That's the mother. Jack. Then we end it. The giant snake charges. Jack and Elena split up. The creature chases Elena toward the river cliff. She slips and nearly falls. Jack, hey! Over here! He fires repeatedly, drawing the snake's attention. It coils around him, lifting him high into the air. Elena, Jack! Jack struggles, barely breathing. Jack, do it! Elena spots the unstable fuel barrels left from the destroyed lab floating near the riverbank. She sprints, dragging one barrel toward the edge. The snake tightens around Jack. Bones begin to crack. Elena lights a flare. Elena, let him go. She throws the flare into the barrel as the giant snake lunges toward her. Massive explosion. Fire engulfs the riverbank. The blast wave sends Jack and the snake crashing into the water below. Underwater chaos. Flames above. Blood mixing in the current. The giant snake, severely burned, still moves. It wraps around Jack beneath the water. Jack reaches for a combat knife strapped to his leg. With his last strength, he plunges it into the snake's eye and twists violently. The snake releases him. The jungle becomes silent again. Smoke rises from the destroyed breeding ground. Jack lies on the shore, coughing but alive. Elena, you're not dying on me. Jack. Wasn't planning to. Helicopter blades echo overhead. Rescue teams arrive. Elena looks back at the river. Elena, do you think it's over? Jack stares at the dark water. Jack, the river current shifts unnaturally. Rescue helicopters hover above, lowering ropes. Elena helps Jack to his feet. Elena, we need to leave, now. Jack, you saw that water move too, didn't you? Elena, yes. The surface of the river begins to bubble. A low, vibrating growl echoes from below. Soldier, sir, we have thermal spikes under the water. The river erupts. A massive juvenile anaconda bursts upward, larger than any normal snake, but smaller than the alpha. Its skin is darker, shinier, evolving. The helicopter is struck midair by its tail. It spirals into the trees and explodes. Jack, everyone fall back. The snake slithers onto land with terrifying speed. It doesn't hesitate. It attacks with precision, striking soldiers one by one. Elena, it's more aggressive, faster. Jack, it learned from the others. The snake lurches toward Elena. Jack tackles her out of the way. They roll down a muddy slope toward the ruins of the burned facility. The young serpent follows, weaving between trees. Inside the charred remains of the lab, sparks flicker from damaged equipment. Jack, if there's anything left in here we can use, now's the time. Elena rushes to a half-destroyed computer terminal powered by a backup generator. Elena, the serum. It mutated their DNA, accelerated neural growth. That's why they're coordinating. Jack, so this one's smarter. Elena smarter and still growing. The walls tremble as the snake coils around the building, tightening. Metal bends. Jack, we bring the building down on it. Elena, with what? Jack spots unstable chemical tanks stacked near the generator. Jack, with that. The snake's head smashes through a wall, jaws snapping inches from Elena's face. Jack grabs a metal rod and jams it sideways into the snake's mouth. The serpent thrashes violently, throwing him across the room. Elena grabs wires from the sparking generator and connects them to leaking chemical tanks. Elena, Jack, get clear. The snake coils around Jack again, lifting him off the ground. Jack, do it! Elena kicks the exposed wires into the chemicals. A massive explosion tears through the lab. Fire engulfs the structure. The roof collapses onto the serpent. Dust and smoke fill the air. Silence. Jack crawls from debris, coughing. Elena, where is it? The rubble shifts. The young anaconda bursts free, burned but alive. Its scales now scarred black. Its eyes glow with fury. Jack, you've got to be kidding me? The serpent lunges again. This time it ignores Jack and goes straight for Elena. She runs into the jungle, leading it away. Jack, Elena! Jack chases them through dense vegetation. The snake corners Elena near an ancient stone ruin covered in vines. Elena, Jack! The serpent rises high, towering over her. Suddenly drums echo faintly through the trees. From the shadows emerge local tribal warriors armed with flaming spears. Tribe leader, this land has suffered enough. They hurl spears into the serpent's body. The snake thrashes, knocking several warriors aside. Jack joins the fight, grabbing a fallen spear and driving it deep into the snake's side. The creature whips its tail, sending Jack crashing into a stone pillar. Elena sees the ruin's structure, ancient and fragile. Elena, Jack, the pillars! Understanding instantly, Jack pushes himself up and pulls a heavy chain attached to a support beam. The tribal warriors continue attacking, forcing the snake between the stone columns. Jack, move! He yanks the chain free. The ancient structure collapses inward, massive stones crashing down onto the serpent. The ground shakes. Dust fills the air. Silence returns once more. The warriors slowly approach the rubble. A faint hiss escapes, then stops. Elena, is it? Jack, it's done. The tribe leader steps forward. Tribe leader, the jungle remembers balance. When men try to control it, it answers. Elena, we never should have tried to change it. The sun begins to rise over the canopy. Rescue teams arrive again, more cautious this time. Jack stands beside Elena near the river. Elena, the research is destroyed. Finch is gone, the nest is gone. Jack, good. Elena, but the serum. Samples could still be out there. Someone might try again. Jack, then we'll be ready. As helicopters lift them away, the camera drifts back down to the river. Deep underwater, beneath the collapsed stones, a shadow moves. A larger shape than before. Two glowing eyes open in the darkness. Fade out. The serpent erupts from the depths, slamming into the dam wall with terrifying force. Cracks spider across the concrete. Elena, it's stronger than before. The creature coils around a support tower, tightening. The metal shrieks as bolts snap. Jack, we need to get it into the spillway tunnel. He grabs a high-powered sonar emitter from a truck. Elena, that frequency will irritate it. Jack, exactly. Jack activates the device. A piercing vibration echoes across the water. The anaconda recoils, thrashing violently, its glowing eyes narrowing toward Jack. Jack, come on. Follow me. He runs along the dam's edge, leading the serpent toward the massive spillway entrance. The snake lunged, nearly catching him. Elena, Jack. He leaps across a narrow maintenance bridge as the serpent crashes through it seconds later. Inside the spillway tunnel, water rushes violently. Jack, Elena, open the floodgates. Elena races to the control room and pulls emergency levers. Massive gears turn. Water pressure builds. The anaconda slithers fully into the tunnel, chasing Jack through knee-deep rushing water. Jack, that's it. Just a little closer. The serpent strikes, knocking Jack into the tunnel wall. His weapon falls into the water. The snake coils around him, pinning him against the concrete. Elena fishes the calm reservoir. Jack, nature always fights back. We just have to stop giving it reasons. Elena, no more experiments. Jack, no more monsters. The camera slowly descends into the dark waters of the reservoir, deep below the turbine wreckage, among shattered metal and a small fragment of glowing scale drifts. It sinks into the darkness. And far deeper still, in an unexplored cavern beneath the dam, something massive shifts. Not one set